And we're live. What's going on, everybody? My name's Chris Stapleton. I have one of my new friends and clients on the other line. Suri, are you out there?
Hi, Chris. I'm very much here.
Awesome. Today's video is going to be kind of a showcase of his story. Suri actually found me on Instagram just a few weeks ago, and I'm actually going to turn this fan off. One second. All right. So he found me on Instagram a few weeks ago, and he's in the internet marketing game. And he stumbled across my profile, decided to start working with me. We're working on a few projects together right as we speak. So I wanted to kind of showcase Suri, bring him out, introduce him, and because he's got a really, really interesting story, and I want you guys to hear it. So Suri, just again, thank you for coming out. You're coming from Alberta, Canada, am I correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So my first question to you is this. I heard a little bit of your story, and it kind of just blew me away on kind of the experience and everything. So why don't you start, like, where were you kind of before you found me on Instagram, but go back before that and start to where, like, what was your turning point in your life and in your business? Just kind of start with your story, because I think that's really is going to resonate with a lot of people watching this.
Okay. To go back, I have always believed in trying to live life the way I see it and not based on what somebody else tells me to do. Always trying to be the rebel and kind of fight my way through how I want to live it, living it without regrets. And in the meantime, what happened was in '95, I moved to Canada from India. And I had to struggle to establish myself as an immigrant and then as a I would say I almost worked for free for the first 6 7 months because the employer said I don't have scope for a full time position, but you can just gain experience working here. So I said that's fine. Anything that adds to my resume is good. So I worked and I progressed from being a unpaid employee all the way to become a partner in that firm over a span of 11 years. It took me some time, but I figured out everything that I had to learn so that I can get to the highest level in that firm. And then I started my own practice because I thought at some point in time I have to be my own boss. I don't want to work for somebody else. And when I started my business, for 2 years, it was a lot of work. And the mistake I did was I didn't want to be an employee, so I quit being an employee. But I didn't start my business because I loved being in business. I just hated being an employee, and there was a lot of mindset shift that had to happen, and it took its toll on me because I wasn't prepared to be in business by myself, even though I thought I was. I had all the skills, and I was burning out rapidly, and I was spending a lot of time doing my business work and ignoring my health, my family. Everything was going downhill. My business was going uphill. I was making lots of money, but I was, uh, I think the term that typically they use is I was cash rich but life poor. And one day, August of 2013, I was so exhausted, I was so frustrated, I was so burnt out. I came back home from work and I just slept and I was so tired. And I guess I just kept sleeping through because I didn't know what happened for the next 18 hours. I was just sleeping. And when my wife realized that I've been sleeping for too long, she tried to wake me up and I wouldn't respond. I was so lost. I don't know where I was at that time, mentally, I guess.
Mm.
And then after she tried to kind of push me out of bed, throw some water on my face, I wasn't responding. She panicked and she literally dragged me out from the bed and I just slumped to the ground and I just fell. And then she panicked and she called 911. The emergency guys came in and the paramedic was kind of pounding on my chest to wake me up. And then I think he must have hit me really hard because he didn't, but it almost broke my rib.
Mm.
It was that powerful. And then I just woke up, and the first thing I saw was my wife and my daughter were standing in the corner, and they were just crying, crying. Tears were just flowing down their faces. And when I saw that, I said, this is it. I don't want to see this one more time. This has to stop somehow. I got to make a change. And then when I was trying to think what had to change, it was obviously the business model. I was making a lot of money, but I was sacrificing a lot of time. I was all constantly trading time for money. And I thought there has to be a better way of doing business, a smarter way of doing business. I don't think Warren Buffett or Bill Gates were spending millions of, everybody has the same exact time, but they were making much more than I did, and they were still happy. They had time for everything in the world. So there has to be a better way of doing it. And that's when I started looking at searching on Google, stop trading time for money. And then boom, the first thing that came up was online marketing. And that kind of made sense to me because, I was able to scale a business using an online marketing model where I didn't have to spend my time. I could put some products and services out there and people would buy it without me literally having to be there holding their hands to go through the process. I could make some part of the business.
That's
great. That's how I came into online marketing.
Yeah, so I mean, when I first heard that story, it was like, it was an eye opener because I see people so money hungry, so in the trenches, trying to create the success of generating income, generating money, but then they let their health fall apart, and then they let their relationships collapse, and then their family misses them, and then there's all these things in line. So, one of the best quotes I've heard is like, "What's all the money in the world if you don't have the vitality to actually pull off your dreams?" Like, you can make a bunch of money, but if you don't have the health and vitality to go execute on your desires, everything's a wash. So your lifestyle pretty much almost killed you. And you turned it around and you went online and you found solutions to your problems. Now, after that, Suri, what's the story? I mean, you came online, you started poking around. Did you join a few businesses? Did you make some mistakes? What happened after that?
I did join a couple of businesses, and I was trying to learn the process more than trying to make money off it right away. Because I was already making money, I didn't need more money. I wanted to learn the process, know exactly how it needs to get done. So I went from one to the other to the other. I always believed in having a mentor to guide me so that I am not reinventing the wheel all the time. Because these are the people who have done it, been there, done that, and they have been successes. And so I have invested heavily with mentors, learned from them, and slowly, I mean, the pieces in the puzzle started to fall together and give me a complete picture. And at the same time, I also wanted to see which part of this online marketing resonated close to me and what part of it I was really interested in doing. I've done videos, I've done blogs, I've done webinars, and in this process, I figured out, because passion for me is storytelling. I love to tell stories, and I have always been a great storyteller right from when I was a kid. And I have even published a few fantasy fiction books. And I thought the way everything was looking among the various social media, I fell in love with Instagram. And when I saw that, I said, this is what I want to do, but I could never figure out how to bring Instagram into my business model and make it into a profitable venture. I just didn't know. And I was looking at it, and here is this post. I'll try to show it close to the camera. It says, do what is right, not is easy. And boom, there was this message from you. It says, you're awesome. It's incredible how fast your life can change with this stuff. And so I said, oh, this is a very unusual comment. And it's just not one of those, this is awesome, or this is great, or this picture is incredible, or amazing, or blah, blah, blah. This was very unique. And I had to click on that name to see what exactly was this all about. And so I clicked it, and then I went into your profile, and I liked what I saw. It was not the run-of-the-mill, all inspirational pictures with nobody in the front. It was 99% of the times when I tried to follow somebody who had a lot of followers, it was just messages all across. I didn't know who the person was.
Right. So now, Suri's sharing the story about how he kind of met me on Instagram and how, now we're working together specifically on Instagram, showing him how to set up sales processes to convert complete strangers into leads, buyers, friends, and business partners. So that's the story. And it's just so unique how like one little comment on Instagram can kind of create a relationship out of thin air. So let's fast forward. You've you switched up your lifestyle. You know, you're online now. You know, you told me that you've actually, you know, here's my question. Here's my next question, Suri.
Mhm.
You've been coaching with like Lewis House. You've been coaching with Vince Reed. Lewis House is a monster marketer. Vince Reed's a master marketer as well. These guys are like really well known. You've sold $10,000 on a webinar, single webinar before, and you've gone on to sell over $60,000 of that product since. You've done all these things. You've coached with great people. Why are you so excited about Pitches to Profits right now and Instagram marketing? And working inside of lifestyle design with our crew.
The one big thing that was missing in all this process was selling each clip, that part of it, where you actually make the whole process so easy and so resistance proof.
Mm.
And I love that part when I went through the training in the modules, and the way even your sales funnel, the way you have set it up, you know, I already know what I'm supposed to expect when I go and click the button. I already have a great idea as to what's coming. And so that kind of makes me less antsy, less anxious as to what's going to happen. And it's also seamless. And I thought, I'm great at doing webinars, and trust me, I'm going to use this model to go back into webinars. Having said that, Instagram, putting pictures, taking pictures, writing good stories about it, and sharing my experiences is a great way to develop that rapport and communication with people who are looking for that, and then naturally take them to that place. And Lifestyle Design Network, every single course that I've taken so far, I think I've taken 4 or 5, I don't know. Every time I have some spare time, I just go click and take a course, because there's so much to learn there.
I love it. Yeah. And, you know, selling the next click is huge. You know, that's something that is going to change your business. It's going to change your sales processes. It's going to change your whole buying experience for your customers and stuff. And we teach that. And we're working together on building that right now as we speak. So I don't want this video to be too long, but, you know, there's going to be people watching this, Suri, that are just getting started online. They're newbies in the game. You know, they might be on the fence. They're looking at this online, make money online deal, and they're just not sure. They're not sure if they can do it. They're not sure if it's for them. Like, what type of advice, with your experience and your success so far, what type of advice would you give a total newbie watching this video right now on the fence about online marketing? What would you tell yourself when you were just getting started?
If I had to go back 2 years and tell myself 2 years back, the one thing I would tell them is we all take time for granted. And we are always sitting on the fence and waiting for the perfect opportunity or the perfect moment to take that plunge. It never happens. And who knows when this time will run out. And you have to take that initiative to go after your dreams, because if you don't, who else will? And life is so short and unpredictable. You have to take the plunge and see for yourself. Maybe you won't like it, but if you don't do it, you'll be living a life of regrets. And I don't think it's worth living a life of regrets at all. Even one day that you spend pursuing your passion, and a lot of time we write ourselves off because we think, oh, it's that guy who's having that success. He has X, he has Y, he has Z working for him in his favor, whereas I have nothing. But everybody starts at nothing and builds their way up, and we don't acknowledge that part. And if anybody is sitting on the fence, I would say fence is this huge little metal pole sticking into you, and it's bleeding your soul down. So just get off it and get to work.
I like that. Yeah, nothing's promised. You know, who knows what's going to happen. Well, hey, Suri, just want to thank you again. You're awesome. Very grateful to meet you. How can people find you? Where do they go to connect with you?
I'm everywhere. I'm on Google. pabaraju.sri@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook, Sri Pabaraju, and LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere.
You heard it, guys. We'll connect with you. Yeah, I'm sending people your way. Go find him. Awesome, dude. I just want to really just thank you, because, you know, your story's great. You're a very intelligent guy. You've gone through many experiences in life. You have a great family. And I see you really blossoming over the next 6 to 12 months online. And I'm just grateful for your connection, for your relationship. And I'm just really excited to see, you know, the process and everything kind of unravel over the next 6 to 12 months working together on Instagram and with Picks to Profits and stuff like that. So keep it up, man. You really do inspire me. You really do. I mean, just meeting you in the last week or so now and hearing your story and seeing you engage in the community and seeing you really go for it and not only like learn, but I'm watching you apply everything that I'm teaching. You're applying everything really well, and you're going to have success for that. And that's a skill set that's going to take you so far in life. So I'm just great to connect with you. Mark Hoverson is really excited to see you integrated as well. So I'm just pumped for the future. Thanks again for coming out and hanging out and sharing a little bit more of your story with us. I'm just really appreciative. And yeah, thanks again, Suri.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here, Chris. And this is amazing. I didn't expect that I would be getting into something this big and massive that's going to change the way I'm doing things. And I'm extremely grateful that I happen to come under your wings and you're going to take me to that place. And I have no doubt that this will be upward draft from here on.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. So that's the video for today, guys. Go network with Suri. And yeah, I just really appreciate you. Thanks for coming out. If you're watching this video, you want to find out more information, reach out to us. We can help you out with whatever you need. And we will see you guys on the next video. Appreciate you. Peace and love. Keep working hard. And we'll chat soon, Suri.
Thank you.
Yep.